What's mine is yours, back again.
Here we are, the two little friends who became romances
When
and
you pounced on me.
lovers.
When you pounced on me.
I did not pounce on you.
You didn't pounce on me.
Have we even told that story?
It's too early.
How we became lovers
It's
and
too early.
friends.
It's too early. It's too early.
I don't pounce on you though. You can't be going around telling people that because I'm not hungry. I'm not a hungry woman. I'm just a regular girl.
Anyway, what's mine is yours. I am Robert Bruce-Konuah.
And I am the wonderful Kyra Bruce-Konuah.
How are you doing? What's your week been saying?
My week has been fine. I've just had a lot of indigestion, guys.
Yes.
It's not lovely. But what is indigestion? Is it in your, like, when I say I've got indigestion, what do you think I'm describing?
I was Googling it today,
Yeah, I don't think I have indigestion.
I don't know, but when you Google it, and you Google
comes
your
up.
symptoms, it comes up with bare stuff like acid reflux,
Yeah.
Globus. I texted you we spoke about Globus.
Yeah.
You didn't know what Globus was?
No, I was pretending.
Oh.
I just saw Globus and I think I was just spicing up our conversation.
No, but it was sad though, because obviously I left home 4 in the morning and you was awake because you had this indigestion. And this is what I mean about pregnancy. Like, what can I do other than what? Like, get you water. That's it.
Yeah, but that's good enough for me.
Get you warm water and cold water, and it didn't help.
No, but it was nice for like something to be going down my throat other than
Globus.
Yeah. Sorry, because when I said that, I was like, but yeah, other than whatever feeling I was feeling in my throat. So yeah, having that cooling sensation.
Getting a bit of appetite?
Me?
Yeah.
Yesterday I definitely did, but now that I got indigestion, my appetite is going back down.
If you know how to get rid of indigestion, please let us know because we're suffering with that one at the moment.
Yeah.
We are suffering.
No, people are saying Gaviscon.
Gaviscon.
But I think I'm just a shook one. Like, I really want holistic remedies. Everyone's been saying peppermint and ginger, but that's
Doesn't
really,
help.
it makes it 10 times worse for me. So, yeah, because I just feel like it's spicy, innit? Like, what I'm feeling in my throat is acidic and spicy.
But doesn't peppermint soothe? Is that spicy?
It's minty, so it's like pepper. It's called peppermint, you know. So is it not? It's spicy, no?
Oh, okay, if you say so. But yeah, please, any holistic remedies for Globus, indigestion, acid reflux, much appreciated. Other than that, third trimester, you're sailing through.
Yeah, man.
Belly's popped.
Belly is really popping. I don't know if you're watching us.
Yeah.
Me and Robert, we really took that at home levels to we're really at home. Like, Robert is coming looking like, I don't even know.
It's peak. It's peak. It's not peak. My barber's just had a baby, so my barber's not trimming.
Oh.
So I'm growing my hair now.
Is that why?
Yeah, I haven't got a haircut in time. Look at my hair, bro. I'm doing Afro Fever.
Don't say Afro Fever. Like, I knew, are we allowed to say his name?
Yeah.
I knew DJ like had a baby, but I didn't, obviously, why did I not think? Obviously, you're on paternity leave. But
big up DJ and Ricardo.
Yeah.
Welcome the beautiful baby girl into the world. We love it.
Beautiful baby girl. Beautiful. But yeah, because you came to me and you were like, you're gonna grow out your hair, and I was like, okay.
Remember the time when I grew it and you did my hair for me?
Yeah.
Or did you do gel twists?
You still look raggedy.
You used to be a hairdresser and hairstylist, you know that?
It was fake.
It wasn't for your Instagram page, everything. Bookings coming in left, right, and center.
No, it was actually crazy.
Anything you do, you're right to. You're really good at it, you know?
Sometimes you just have to make money in this life. Like, if you're good at something, right, might as well make a little coin off it.
Yeah, no, I hear it. But
yeah.
Some of the times where I'll be picking Kyra up, the bookings will be late. Kyra will be gone 9 a.m. I'm not picking her up till like, what, 10, midnight
Even
sometimes.
later than that. I was just slow. Hella slow. So yeah, I don't even do my own hair, let alone anybody else's.
What's your week been saying though? What's been going on? What's happening
this
with
week?
you, wifey?
What has been going on? Well, as you know, I don't know if people know, but I absolutely am obsessed with TikTok. And this week I reached 10K followers. Woo! I would get up and shake my bum, but
it's okay.
It's too much. Yeah, yeah. But 10K, like, to be fair, quite a few friends of mine are on like 30 or whatever.
Or why are you doing comparison?
No, obviously you shouldn't do comparison, but I had it in my mind. I was like, I really want 10k followers. And then I'm on like 10.7 now. So
it's growing rapidly.
Crazy baby. What's
You're the
happening?
TikTok babe.
What's happening in your week?
In my week, this week actually, we went to go to the O2.
Yeah, we did.
Mo the comedian, the Black British Takeover, Mo Gilligan and friends. It was funny. It was very.
It was
very
so funny. Who's your favorite? Can you
I
say?
think my favorite on the night. Oh, it's weird. I have two different reasons. Yeah, I like Mo's comedy and I like his humor. I like how he delivers.
Yeah.
But I think the person that made me laugh the most was Axel Blake.
Yeah.
You could tell that he's just seasoned with it. Like he knows what he's doing. He had the crowd in his hand, like from when he walked on to when he walked off. Who was your favorite? Let me not take all of it.
I think it might have been Axel as well.
Yeah.
And I also liked Angie
Lamar. Legend.
But do you know what it made me realize? Sorry, I know you were going to say something, but do you know what it made me realize? I really like comedy. I really like black comedy because you can relate. It's funny. Why do you not want to go to somewhere and laugh?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like, it was really just nice.
I've done like small comedy gigs and big comedy gigs, but to see it so big and it's all black people, it was hilarious.
It was really good.
Hilarious. Big shouts to Michael Adewale. He opened up the night. We actually went to school together. We took a picture backstage and whatnot. He's done so well. There was another girl called Kyra.
Yeah,
who was on after him.
She was good.
She was really, really good. Everyone was sick. Richard Blackwood. Woo!
Richard
Talk about
Blackwood.
close to the line.
Oh my! Richard Blackwood came with them jokes that was like properly acceptable back in the day, but like here in this day and age,
impossible. Yeah, he gave us old school laughter.
Yeah, we were still laughing though.
Yeah, we did laugh.
We did laugh.
It was like old school playground, like a banter.
Yeah,
sort of thing. But yeah, we did that. What else did we do this week?
But one thing when we were at the comedy show, because it was at the O2, it was massive. Like as you said, like you've never been to a comedy show like that big. I started to realize maybe I shouldn't be here because the way how Baby was kicking.
Wow.
Baby was feeling them vibrations and I felt so bad. I was like, maybe this is too much for Baby to absorb. And then also when everyone had left, because we waited until it was like completely quiet so we're not getting knocked about and stuff. I was looking around and I was like, I don't see any other pregnant women here. Like, can pregnant women go to concerts and gigs and stuff?
I'm sure they can, but like the way the Baby was kicking, I haven't felt the Baby kick like this. Have you felt the Baby kick like that?
No,
before?
It was non-stop. It was just like, Mum, where have you taken me?
Yeah, at one time, like the music was like, boosh, boosh, boosh. And I just thought the Baby do a kick. I don't know if it was a kick or a punch. It was something like,
Oh my God.
Get me out of here now.
It's too much. It's too much.
Speaking of Baby, we went to John Lewis to do the Baby, I don't know what you call it, nursery shopping experience. Basically, you go to John Lewis, all of their baby products, and they have someone that takes you through all of them. And it was interesting to say the least. First of all, we looked not that we looked young, but the people that were there, I feel like we did. The people I saw there, they looked sophisticated and we're just racing buggies around the shop. You don't think so?
I think we look fine. I think because how many minutes late were we? We were 20 minutes.
20.
We were 45
minutes late to an hour and a half appointment. 20 minutes.
So bad.
Yeah,
well, the woman who was helping us, she gave us side eyes. But the thing is, with me and Robert, you can't not like us.
Yeah.
Like,
we'll let you do that.
We like, no.
Even if you hate on us.
If you hate on us, like, we will only give you love.
Yeah.
So she was giving us side eye. She's like, well, we're only going to stick to the amount of time that you have left. And we were like, okay, that's fine. And then we went into her little office and then she started making her laugh and stuff. She's like, oh, do you want some water? I was like, yeah, look at you now. Look at you now.
But yeah, they took us through, or she took us through a few different buggies. And it's so cool because we were sort of not set on a buggy, but we had a buggy that we thought, okay, this is going to be So I saw someone with a silver cross, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's plenty of people with silver
Really?
cross.
Nah, maybe I've never seen the brand before.
Yeah.
But then we tried out this other buggy and it was really, really good.
Child, this buggy got me dancing. No, the buggy. Come on, describe it, Robert.
Yeah, no, I can't lie. The buggy was nice. Yeah, it's got like some brown leather handle, and you can just adjust it, and you got like the basket. What do they call the one that the baby sits in? Like the cot, and then the seat. So the seat's the one
Seat
when
cot.
they're older.
Cot seat.
There's two attachments that you can have to a buggy. One where you push them and they're just on you, but maybe they're looking up at you. Like,
3. Because you got the car seat one.
Yeah, but I'm not including that one.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So the seat that they sit on when they're a little bit older, where they can face the world or face you, and then I'm just gonna call it cot seat for now, where they look like it. Everything was just nice and crisp and like good quality, but a little bit of luxury to it as well. So then we had a look at that one, and that was nice. But it just made me realize how much stuff like babies need. And the thing that smacked it on top for me is a lot of the stuff they don't use for long.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna use this for 6 months. So what am I paying all this money for?
It's true. Because can we say the brand that it was?
The buggy.
Yeah.
The Silver Cross.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So the brand was Silver Cross, and the exact one, well, there were 2 that we liked. There was Dune and Reef, but because, I don't know, I feel like we still need to discuss, because we're like, oh yeah, we live rural, but really and truly, like, our town and city, well, our town, that's not rural.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I feel like with the bigger wheels, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's just a bit more clunkier. Like, I guess it comes down to space and whatnot. But I'd rather go bigger than smaller.
Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, even just the price of it as well. Like, when I was looking at it, I was actually thinking, it's like 1,800
for a full bundle, I think.
For a full bundle. And it's like, that could be like a runaround car for me. 1,800. That's like a little car.
But kids stay in buggies for a little while, but it's just, I guess it's just the baby industry.
I mean, it is what it is, but
yeah.
it's like bomba clock, like whoa. It's an expense.
Yeah, so I'm just walking around calculating mental maths. Moses basket, next to me cot, crib. Like, do you buy a next to me and they're only going to be in it for 6 months? If they even grow quick, they might be in it for 3 months. Then you got to buy a cot. Do you buy a big cot from the jump and just put them in there? So many different questions, so many things.
So many options.
I feel like we came away from that John Lewis trip feeling more confused than we did going in. But it was still cool.
Yeah, it was good to see all of the products. And I think if you have like a nice lady that we had and they go through everything, like even the car seats, like she showed us how to put a baby car seat in and like clip it in and stuff. And I've never done that before. Where would I have learnt that? Where would we have learnt that?
Yeah, never done it before.
But what in the world?
All I'm saying is these antenatal classes, they got to teach us a lot.
Yeah.
When we go there.
But I don't understand. We booked antenatal class, but it's only 3 sessions.
But they're long days, aren't they?
I don't know.
So I'm getting my money's worth, right? In this cost of looking at cloth. It's cold in this cost of living. Goodness gracious me. But yeah, that's what we got up to this week. It was quite cool.
And then also this week, it actually snowed.
Yeah, I was shocked.
I was confused because Robert, we were tidying our bedroom, doing a bit clear out because obviously baby's coming in, baby's coming. Tidying, and then Robert's like, yes, snowing, Kai. I was like, nah, what do you mean? You know,
didn't even believe me like that properly.
No, because you know when you think it's just like in this London, you just think, oh, light snow.
Yeah.
This snow has been here, Sunday for a couple of days.
And the way it's turned to ice and like everyone's having to be careful on the road. But it was nice like to see the neighborhood come out and they're all playing, like I'm seeing dads and daughters playing with the snow. So I hate snow, by the way.
Oh my God.
Snow and me, there's no point. Like,
I was about to say, you're saying neighborhood, but my guy, you were inside.
I was inside. What am I going to go out to the snow?
You were
what,
not going outside for nothing. I said, let's go pick up our package together. Let's go walk. Robert said, no.
I said, you walk on the ice for you to fall. Nah, these days I'm being firm.
No, Robert's been mad firm. Like, he's like, you're not going to work. I don't care what I have to say. I will call up myself. You're not going to work. I'm like, Robert, but I need to go. You're not going to work
I say, stop all of that. So you're going to go to work here when you can work from home to slip on the ice for who?
Yeah.
This workplace where they haven't even got a heater.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
oh.
Don't be cussing the workplace like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But babes, what are you bringing to the table this week?
To the table this week. What am I bringing to the table? What am I?
What? We had a little rhythm and then you messed it up.
Okay, let me just crack on. To the table this week, I thought it would be nice to bring back something different because it's our third week.
Something different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that fresh?
I don't know.
Everything different. Genuine.
What?
Ignore me. This week to the table, I'm bringing some of what everyone that's been listening to the podcast have been saying.
Yeah, some of the comments.
I'm shocked at the reaction and stuff, but it's so nice, it's so heartwarming, and I hope we can be helpful. But
so what comments have you got?
Okay, you go first.
So I had a lovely message and it said, "It's so clear that you and Robert were friends first. I'm showing this to insert her boyfriend's name. When he comes in, I think we can learn a lot from you guys. He's my best friend anyways, but nice to see once you get married, you don't have to become boring adults, brackets, or like cooking and cleaning. I have subscribed." That's nice. Really nice.
Yeah. Do we know what we were stepping into when we got married?
No.
I know you were stressed.
I wouldn't say I was stressed, but I think, as we know, like we got married very quickly. We decided we were going to get married very quickly. And then I just started watching YouTube videos because that was like my go-to thing. Like watch a YouTube video on like whatever's happening in my life. And I started watching videos on like young married couples or like young married women and like how to be a good wife and blah, blah. And then I saw one YouTuber, she said that she read this book and it was really helpful. So your sister must have come down from where she lives. And I was talking to her and I was like, oh, like I'm going to buy this book on how to be a good wife. And she looked at me like, what are you doing? She looked at me like, why? Kyra, like, you don't need to do that. So it was nice because I had like, it wasn't even a long conversation at all, but we had like maybe like a 5-10 minute conversation. And she was just like, you don't need to change anything about yourself just because you're getting married. And I felt like that was a massive relief and stress off my shoulders. Like I was about to dissect and analyze that book, but thinking about it, you love me for who I am. Like
I hope so.
Lord have mercy. But that is the reason why we got married. Like you didn't marry me because I am wifey material or because I could cook, I can clean. Like you didn't marry me for that or want to marry me for that. So I don't now need to be looking into a book how to change myself to be perfect for you. I feel like we're able to communicate that if anything's like going left or whatever. So yeah.
I was just like, relax, like just chill, we'll figure it out as we go along. Like I'm not in demand of anything major or anything like that. It's more just doing life together. So that was that. You got any more messages?
I think you do.
Best advice I can give you guys is don't overthink how you're going to parent. You fall into your own patterns of how you both raise your child. Take advice, but also be true to your own instincts. So that's on parenting, right?
Yeah.
And I guess it's true. A lot of people do say like, you learn on the job, you figure it out. Sleep goes out the window. You'll know your baby better than anyone else. So it's almost like no matter how much you learn or get taught, you can't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like we want to prepare ourselves, but how can we prepare when we've not met this baby? Like, I think it's so bad. I think it's crazy. Like, there's going to be this little youth up in our hands and we're going to care for it.
With their own personality.
And we're going to be like, yo, it's time to eat. Yo, you better go to sleep. Or like rocking it. Or like when we give the baby to someone else and say, yo, don't kiss my child. Like all of these things we are now in charge of. Like, damn, I'm scared.
I got another message. This one's on marriage. You two make it seem so exciting. The thought of marriage can be so overwhelming and daunting, but after listening to the podcast, it reminded me why we are getting married. This person's also getting married. As well as letting you know how proud I am, I just wanted to say thank you to you and your beautiful wife for opening up your marriage to us all through this podcast and making marriage fun and wholesome at our young age. We love it.
Love that. That's the way how it should be.
Yeah,
like,
man.
it's not scary. Obviously, like, don't be getting married to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. But yeah, you shouldn't be scared of it.
It's good. It's fun, as you can see.
Yeah.
Cost of living, blankets and that, but it's all good. You got any more? Or done for the messages?
That's it. We do have more, but
we'll save it for another time.
We'll save it. We ain't gonna go through all of it.
But as you can see from the title of this podcast, it's a juicy one.
Juicy
Today.
Money, 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 money.
It's
Sing it.
Money.
Oh.
Money. Better? Anyway, money, finances, all things cash, moolah, dollar, pounds.
Whoa.
The cake. You know.
What do they use in Ghana?
The cedis.
Cedis.
What do they use in Uganda?
I don't know.
In Jamaica?
I don't know.
No.
Dollars in Jamaica? I don't know.
Well, who better verify that?
I'm a fake Caribbean, fake Ugandan.
No, but money is super, super important. I feel like it's the thing that breaks up most relationships. When you do your research, they say that money breaks up most relationships. But as for us, bruv, we're going to break the money. The money won't break us.
Yeah, break it.
The money.
Break the money.
Me, the money won't break us.
Money can't break, but we're still at early stages, so you never know. Nah, I'm joking. God forbid.
You're so bad. But yeah, money. We wanted to talk about money and finances because we feel like there wasn't much out there.
We wanted to talk about money because I feel like it's a big deal breaker in relationships, as Robert said. And yeah, people don't talk about it that much in relationships. Like, people don't say how the finances are split and things like that. So yeah, we're gonna dig deep.
And I've never had to share finances with someone, minus being at uni and living with Joel, because we lived together, just the two of us for our whole time. So that's my first time of sharing money with someone like that. And then you jump into this and you all have different backgrounds, different relationships with money and stuff like that.
Sorry, I'm just laughing.
Why?
Because you're Afro.
What's wrong with it? But you're laughing at, have you seen what's on your head, bruv? You're laughing at my Afro. Have you seen what you're working with? Don't touch me. Leave me.
Sorry.
Leave me.
It's because
What?
you've not even bothered to do anything.
I'm at home, okay? What am I going to do?
Stop it,
Get ready
Robert.
to come on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm at home. Anyway, as we were saying, if you can get over your laughing fit, what was your relationship with money before us?
Before us, I felt like I was good with money, but my family would say otherwise. Everyone in my family saw me as, Kyra don't know how to save. She don't know how to save. But how about you teach me what I need to save for? Don't just say, oh, save your money. That's what I hated as a kid. What about you?
I don't know. I think I was always good with money-ish, but I never made enough to save like that.
Right. So you would have been like me. If I wanted to go on holiday with my friends, I was fine. I could save the money towards it. However, if my parents really wanted me to save, come drive me up to Kensington, show me all them houses and say, look, do you want to live here or do you want to live back in ends? Then I would have been like, wow, I should save my money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like, give me, don't just say save. What's that going to do?
So what did you use? Holidays? What else did you used to spend on?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you what I really spent.
Yeah. Because you worked a lot though.
Yeah, I did.
So I know you
I
always
had a
talk
job
about that
since
job.
I was
Waitrose.
16.
Waitrose
Yeah.
in Chiswick.
Robert, don't be out in my business.
Sorry.
Jeez. But yeah, Waitrose, big up the Waitrose, massive. If you worked at Waitrose, you know that was vibes.
Did you save money before you went uni, or did you go uni like on empty?
I think I would have had like a little, it would have just been like my monthly pay
wage, yeah.
from Waitrose, but with like stocking up at uni, like buying bed sheets and whatever, what did you do?
I think I bought like basics
Out of your
from-
own money?
some out of my own anyway, but a lot was my mum and dad. I
Yeah.
believe like we did one IKEA run, couple young pots and pans. I think we did at Asda and that sort of stuff. But I don't remember going to uni with a stack like that. I was waiting for that student loan to drop, that grants to drop, and then that was that. I feel like I didn't really spend much before then, but then when you get to uni, you get all of the money. And you start going, "Hey, well, I can buy a trainer because it's not even taking." Do you know what it is? It's when like, it's when the hundreds cross down, but the one doesn't go. So you got the 1,008, and then it goes to 7. It's like, there's still the one there. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? No, like I get it, but I never saw my student money and thought I've got money to spend. I think I had already, I had already budgeted and was like, how much is this gonna last me to pay my accommodation? And I realized that I was under. So I was like, I can't even spend this because I don't have money. I'm basically broke. I'm broke even though I've got money. So I hear stories about kids, stupid kids, idiotic kids, spending their student loan and stuff. But I think because I had budgeted my money, I think I was already panicking, like, like, I'm broke. So, yeah.
Do you know what got me? It was the overdraft. Because they made it look so enticing. Like, it's what you do. You go uni, you get overdraft. Yeah, it's calm, interest free. Yeah, grab it because you don't really get interest free.
Did you properly use it?
I got the overdraft, but I worked from the jump
at
uni. So,
what sort of jobs did you do?
When I first moved, I was at a shop called Republic. Do you ever remember Republic?
I think you've definitely told me stories.
Yeah,
but
there was a clothes shop called Republic.
Was that back in London or?
Yeah, it was everywhere, but it was back in London. And then...
Well, I know it's bloody everywhere, but where was you working?
I worked Republic in Ends when I moved to uni. I was working at Republic. And then they got taken over by USC or something like that. And I hated it in Leeds. I hated working in that USC because the one I was working down here, it was like small, the team was nice, and the Leeds one was just a mess. So I worked there and then I left there and I was working, I think, at Jack Wills. That's when I got the job at Jack Wills. But I started that in...
You met your friends there, boy.
Yeah, big up the Jack Wills massive, man. I used to work at Jack Wills.
Robert will like, if we ever go back to Leeds, Robert will pop into Jack Wills and be like, oh, hello.
No,
I'm just like you're a nerd, bro.
No, not like that. It was just my one manager, Tracy, like, we got Tracy.
You'd be like, oh, what? Like, he's still here. But Tracy would be like, oh, everyone's gone, Robert. And I'm just like, get me out of this bloody shop.
Big up Jack Wills in Leeds, though. And then I started selling Virgin Media.
Did you? Oh my gosh, no.
I was a Virgin Media commission person, so all my friends were like, yeah, get your Virgin through me. Get
Really?
What, you need internet for your house? Yeah, get off through me. So I did that, and money was rolling in. Overdraft was there. It was good, man. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Until we got... Did you get the overdraft?
The Santander one? Yeah, I got it. But then, I got it, but I didn't... I think when I came back home, when I graduated and stuff, I think there was a point where I was like, I need to pay it off. But it was fine. I paid it off. And then as soon as I paid it off, I said, I'm getting rid of this demonic card. So I got rid of it. But similar like you, I was working throughout uni. Like, work is all I know. Like, I'm not trying to depend on nobody. So, was working at Waitrose for however long. Then when I got to uni, I don't know. I was trying to do some agency work. I didn't understand what I was doing, but I went
at uni or when you came home.
At uni. I didn't understand. You know when you go for an interview and you think, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I even wore like trousers and a smart shirt to the interview.
Days.
I was just like, no. But where did I end up working? Was it Carphone Warehouse? Was that my first one?
Possibly. Or was it Carphone Warehouse before Apple?
No, it was Apple.
It was Apple before.
It was Apple.
Yeah.
That's where I met my girl Ravine.
Big up Ravine, yeah.
Big up Ravine. And we found out that we actually like used to live really close to each other. Can you imagine that? but whatever. Worked at Apple, and then worked at Car Phone Warehouse, and then over summer also worked at Car Phone Warehouse, worked at All Saints, and then I think that was it.
Yeah, no, you had your fair share of jobs. I feel like the transition home was the hardest thing. But the weirdest thing, because obviously I got my job straight away or even before finishing uni. But because I was just doing cover and working weekends, my money was always irregular, like month to month.
Right.
Some months it could be low, some months it could be high if I'm doing like lots of cover. And I just remember wanting to pay off that overdraft ASAP so then I could start.
So what? You were working at Capital Lecture, you couldn't even pay off your Santander?
Listen, I wasn't doing days like that. Like, I wasn't even doing days like that, you know. But at these times we're in a relationship. What do we spend our money on early days? I feel like restaurants a lot.
Yeah, but we didn't really go on dates like that. I don't know. I remember one time you took me to a spa and I was like, wow, like I'm that girl. That was for my birthday. I think
like that was later down was that the first?
I think that was my 18th. No, it wasn't.
Huh? Your 18th? We haven't even met by that time. What's wrong with you and your maths?
It's baby brain.
Oh.
I don't know. It was one of those milestone birthdays though. 21st? I don't know. But one of my birthdays, you took me to a spa.
I'd never been to spa before myself.
Neither had I. What else did we do? You got me a cake. We went to Hyde Park. We done the paddling boats. I was like, oh my goodness, like this is a lot.
But we didn't do any of like the Instagram relationshipy stuff, like spending racks on expensive restaurants and stuff like that, did we?
But I don't think that was really our time. I feel like that's more now. I think it was coming up, but it was, for me, that was just wild. Like, where are you getting that money from?
Yeah.
Like, I remember like going to restaurants with my friends, and then I will be sat there and be like, I'm not even dressed for this restaurant, let alone can I even, you know, when you have to decide what meal you're actually choosing, like, that's dumb. You shouldn't be there. Obviously, like, sometimes the most expensive thing on the menu is like really expensive, but if you have to carefully choose,
you could treat yourself though. You can treat yourself,
but even within treating yourself, if you still have to carefully choose which item, I can't have that. I would love the steak, but it's a bit pricey. You ain't got no business being there.
But to be fair, I feel like we always had the mindset of, all right, we're coming back home, but we're not trying to be back home. Like, we're trying to kick on, or we're trying to start our lives, no matter how that means navigating it. So I don't think we spent like that. You had a holiday or two though. You had a good few holidays in that time. So you enjoyed it a bit. But when did we first start talking about money together?
I feel like it was only recently. It was only recently. It was from lockdown, right?
So you mean you never knew how much I earned all this time?
Do you know what? Like, I would ask Robert, but I would always forget. It just wasn't important for me to know how much you earned. I don't even know why was I asking you?
I don't know, you nosy.
Did you ever ask me?
No, but I think with the jobs that you got, you always say, what?
I don't know what you're going to say. With the jobs that you got, I knew you were
broke.
broke.
I didn't say you was broke. But you would always say, it's X amount a year. The salary is X amount. The salary is this. Or the rates of that. Because you had bare different jobs in and out as well.
Yeah, I've had plenty of jobs.
Our money's been up and down. But I feel like lockdown is when we got serious and we actually had to have a conversation. Did you find it daunting or weird that you now have to have a conversation with someone about your finances?
Not really, because you had been my boyfriend. I had seen and planned a whole future with you. So, yeah, like, especially with the situation I was placed in, we had to discuss. Basically, during lockdown, I basically had to move out of my family house, and that led me to think of what housing options were available for me. My dream was to have my own flat, with no other tenants. I didn't want it to be a studio. I wanted my own flat and I wanted to live by myself. However, your girl was not a baller. So that was impossible. When I told Robert the situation, what was your response?
My reaction, it was just like, I know you always wanted to live on your own, which is fair. So it's like, all right, do that, go and do the viewings and that. But I never lived on my own before, minus uni, so I didn't know what the prices were out like that.
Especially in London as well.
In London, yeah, in London as well. And then when you just looked at it, it just wasn't adding up.
No.
At that time, it wasn't adding up. We were in the lockdown already, or
yeah,
we were in the lockdown already.
Yeah, we were.
And I just knew you would be depressed if you had done that, and then you didn't have no money spared at the end of the month, anything like that. I was like, that's gonna have a knock-on effect on the both of us. As we say, money could be a big issue.
Yeah.
So then I think, I don't know if I spoke to my parents. I don't know.
You spoke to your parents first before you came to me?
Well, yeah, I can't just invite you into the house.
Well, I don't. Yeah, it's true.
I can't just invite you to the house. Or maybe it was like my mum that suggested or something like that. But like, they're used to it. My mum and dad lived with my grandma for a little bit. But obviously in Ghana, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's different.
But my place was small. Like, my place was small.
I don't think it's small. I think, like, it's the same size as my mum's house. Like, it's just what we know.
Yeah, it's just what we know. So I didn't know how that was going to work and whatnot. But then, yeah, ended up moving in with your future in-laws.
Crazy.
Which is his own journey.
Crazy, guys.
But we'll talk about that another time because today we're talking about money. So once we were in that situation and we're like, okay, this is what it looks like. This is what it feels like to be in one room.
Yeah.
In a house full of other people as well. Then we had to sit down and be like, okay, let's have a conversation. And if you know Kyra loves a list. Kyra loves okay, let's write it down. And then so I can see it. And up until this point, I was just living free, like not really checking my bank account because I haven't got no expenditure. You know, like I'm just at home saving. I actually saved quite a bit, but not knowing what I was saving for, just saving for the sake of it. And then we ended up deciding we had to make this spreadsheet.
Yeah, but you were really good with that. Like, I already had a spreadsheet. I've got an older brother, and he had already bought his house. But also you've got an older sister and she had already bought her house. And you have cousins who have bought their houses as well. So I think we already had those foundations where we can look at them and be like, they've done it. And I think with me, with my older brother, like, he has been the biggest role model for me. He's always been like, told me kind of what to do, whether it's my driving lessons, like, bang that out early, make sure you get it done. That way you don't have to stress. Cool, done. Haven't driven 10 years since, but, you know, I've got it. Or with saving, he's like, make sure you got a budget, like this, that. Like, he told me how to budget, and I found a way that worked for me. But I was able to save. Like, I wasn't a silly little youth them not saving. So I kind of, when we started living together, I shared my knowledge, and then Robert sort of, you interpreted it yourself and you created this mad thing spreadsheet. Like, I'm let's get a pen and paper and write stuff down. But that spreadsheet Robert done, I can't even look at it today.
So I always had to look after my finances because I was doing my own taxes.
Yeah.
So that's as far as it gone. If I knew, all right, I've earned this much, this needs to be put away for tax, I'm going to save X amount, this is for my outgoings. But then I didn't allocate anything to like fun, food, this, that. The rest of the money, it's just there. When it gets low sort of thing. So Kyra has showed me how she breaks everything down because you put everything into food for the week, travel, this, that, and you had everything separate. So when we came together, discussed our finances, discussed what we're earning and whatnot, and then there was no rule. Like, there wasn't like, save 20% of your wage and then put 50% here or not. We just said, all right, this is what I make a month. On a good month for me, is like, on a good month, this is what I make. This is what I can put into our process of saving to buy a house. And then you was the same. Then we put all of those figures into a spreadsheet. We calculated the different level of house that we wanted to get. So like, if it costs 300,000, 350, 400, and we calculated the number of months it would take for us to save for that deposit if we put in X amount. And if we consistently put in however amount a month, we'll just tap that number into the spreadsheet. Then we'll see the numbers go down. We'll see go up. All right, you need 30 more K to get to here or whatnot. And at first it seemed very
daunting,
impossible.
yeah.
Like it wasn't going to happen. But then bit by bit, we just chipped away at it. And you know me, I'm a spontaneous person. So I hate being restricted by things. But then it did really make me realize, even stepping into having a mortgage now and being liable for something, you've got to sort of structure yourself if you want to get serious about doing that sort of step.
Yeah. I think it's crazy to hear you say it, that we were able to do that, like by creating this spreadsheet and putting our minds together and saving hard. Luckily, well, not luckily, but lockdown had helped because I was not traveling. So that whole that whole chunk, that whole chunk of money would have gone into saving. And obviously the way how your parents are as well, like they wouldn't let me, like as much as I was able to cook at your house, they were like, what are you doing? Like just eat the food that's here. So yeah, like it was actually really helpful moving in with you, and we can save together. I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
Like hearing it back, like I'm actually really proud.
No, it's really, really good. And then when you actually find that you've reached that saving point, and I feel like I was in control of the spreadsheet. So
yeah, you
Kyra,
could
just
see
give
it.
me what you need to give me a month, and I'll make everything work. So then we got there quicker than what we expected.
Way
that we were
quicker.
going to get there, and we're also fortunate we didn't have to pay no rent either.
Yes.
So that makes a big difference. Like there's people that are saving for their place and they're paying rent at the same time. And just be patient because it will come.
Yeah.
It will come. But we were fortunate enough that we didn't have to do that. So a lot of our money was going.
I think that was the thing at my mum's house, because it wasn't that I had to move. It was that my rent was increasing, and it just meant that it would have been impossible for me to save. So it was a thing where, do I move to a flat where I have my own space and pay the same that I'll be paying my mum, or do I move in with Robert and pay nothing and say, that is why I would like, sometimes I think like, how did we actually save that quickly?
We had the resource to do it, you know. And obviously life happens. Like, I'm big on quality of life. So don't stay home if your quality of life is not
100%.
You know, like if you need to go and rent, like go and do that. And I think even within that, you learn so much.
Yeah.
But I think the idea of combining our finances and being accountable to someone else, I can't just go on a mad blowout, because I know that's going to add one more month onto this spreadsheet. And that's our spreadsheet, is not even mine, sort of thing. But we never really pocket watched each other. I think my aim with financial stuff is never to make it a burden, but always make it a way where you can enjoy your life after. So no matter who earns what, you don't have to like cut the cloth accordingly. As long as you can live your life and enjoy your life and have your privacy, I think is the word, with what you're like, your autonomy with what you do.
Yeah.
And I can do the same. That is always the goal for me, because so many different couples do it in different ways, right?
Like the way how they spend their money. Like some people put all of their money in one pot, or some people, it's the man who pays for literally everything and the woman pays for like the bills, or vice versa. Or there's just so many different situations that you can do. But with us, like, it's not necessarily, oh, you earn this much, so Kyra, you have to put in 20% of what you earn into this. We're just very much like, we've sat down, we've had a conversation, and we just make it work. Like, more time, I don't know if you want to get into it, but like more time I pay for like the food shop and just the little random bits within the house, and you kind of pay majority of the mortgage. Yeah,
so I take care of as much of the mortgage as I can. Mortgage and bills, like we balance it between. But I think for me, it's not really about the money. It's more about the mental load. So if I could have the money to do a food shop, But you doing it is worth more to me than me spending the money, because it's the mental load of what are we gonna eat this week. It's a task, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a task. So,
but I still come up and ask you. I'm like, what do you want to eat this week?
yeah, like, it still happens, but still, it's not my responsibility.
Yeah.
And that's worth more than the money itself, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
we make it work. You still have your own savings and stuff. It's gonna have to change once we have the baby.
I
That
don't know what we're gonna do.
how do you even?
What?
Yeah.
And
how
we
do
also
do
need to
that?
get like a baby saving bank account.
Mm.
So yeah, that's another conversation. That's a conversation we have to have separately and get your spreadsheet out.
To be fair though, in the year that we've been living here, our savings have been poor. In this first year,
Yeah.
have been poor, almost non-existent. Our combined savings, that is.
Yeah. But well, I was gonna say I got a better job, but you know, I'm going on maternity leave soon. So it's back to square one.
No, to be fair, in my mind, I said, all right, for a year, let's just learn how to survive. Like, you got to do bare stuff in the house.
Yeah.
And all of these chairs and all of this stuff. Like, let's just get through that.
Furnishing the house and doing all those little bits around the house. Like,
Yeah.
how can you save?
It's hard.
Yeah, like you can save. It'll be like a £50 or £100, but it's not gonna be like a bulk amount.
So we haven't done major savings like that, but
No.
we need to get ourselves into gear.
Yeah, so you can buy another property or something.
So we can buy a pram. That's what we need to buy.
Jeez.
But yeah, money is a funny thing. People do it in many different ways. We're gonna have to learn how to do it with a baby, because as you can see, there's bare stuff that you need to buy, bare different costs involved. So I don't know what that looks like for us. I know we want to open a baby bank account. Like, how are we gonna buy what? Are we gonna now have a pot for anything baby? We don't know yet.
Yeah.
If you have any advice, let us know, because we haven't got a clue yet.
Because it can't just be Robert always buying whatnot for the baby, or it can't always just be me buying, like, I don't know, like if I want to buy a book for the kid, like obviously it's just the book, but then when things start, I don't know, it's just all too much.
I like both of us to have the ability to do stuff without having to ask.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, we never really ask anyways.
Yeah. But maybe when it gets to bigger things, like, I can see something like, oh, this electric rocker will be good for the baby. Then you're going to have to ask. But the little things, if you could just have...
It's not ask, it's have a conversation.
Talk about, talk about.
Discuss
not ask,
it.
yeah. You know? But I like you to be free. Just be free, man.
I want you to be free too.
Yeah.
But there is something that I did want to pull up.
What?
You put a poll on Spotify.
Yeah.
You didn't even tell me that you put this stupid poll up. Well, we played a little game at the end of our second episode, and you wrote, who has more common sense, Robert or Kyra?
What's the result?
What do you think the result is?
I'm gonna say 60-40 to me. I have more common sense.
Are you okay?
What did everyone
It's
say?
69-31 to me.
To you?
To me.
You have more common sense.
Yeah, but I'm also mad at that 31%. Like, how do you think Robert has more common sense than me?
So people say you've got more common sense than me.
Yeah.
In what sense?
Robert, you even said it yourself in the podcast, I think.
I said your brain is confused.
Oh my gosh. My brain is confused. But even you do stupid stuff.
So do you do.
No, but you do mad stuff.
I do mad stuff.
You do mad stuff. Like, I want to bring, like, I want to bring up examples, but I can't be out in you.
Yeah.
I can't be out in you.
All right then. Well,
But yeah, is there a question for this week?
Who do you think is worse with money? Robert or Kyra?
That's not nice.
Why? Why? You asked for a question, I gave you a question.
That's not nice.
But
It's a good question.
Come on,
though.
come on.
Yeah, no, it's a good question, but I already know the bloody answer.
No, you wouldn't be surprised. I was surprised that the comment says, because wait. Drop your comments as well. You can drop your comments on
and send us messages as well. I really like chatting with everyone and just like seeing your reactions to the podcast, because sometimes we're like, like the podcast is out and then we don't really hear much, and then like we start to get like a flood of messages and it's like, oh, it's so nice and lovely.
Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, drop us a message, drop your comments, let us know what you want us to talk about as well.
Yeah,
because as you can see, we're open people.
Yeah,
and we're here to chat. So what's mine is yours. Robert Bruce-Konuah
and Kyra Bruce-Konuah.
Have a great time. Be careful in the snow.
Yeah, we'll catch you next week.